Hey, 49ers faithful. We're back with an exclusive video bringing you the latest updates on our beloved San Francisco 49ers. Before we jump in, make sure to subscribe to 49ers Zone and hit that like button. This way, you'll never miss any breaking news or exciting updates about the Niners. Rumors are swirling around the NFL universe that Haason Reddick, the relentless linebacker known for his speed, agility, and uncanny ability to disrupt quarterbacks, has officially agreed to terms with the San Francisco 49ers, a move that could completely reshape the defensive identity of the franchise. If this speculation proves true, it signals a bold, aggressive approach by the 49ers front office, which seems determined to surround its defensive line with athletes capable of wreaking havoc across the field. Reddick, whose career has already been punctuated by jaw-dropping sack totals and game-changing plays, fits the mold of a linebacker who can terrorize quarterbacks, not just with brute strength, but with relentless pursuit, timing, and an instinctive understanding of offensive schemes. Fans and analysts alike are beginning to imagine a scenario in which Reddick pairs with the existing defensive core, creating an atmosphere of constant pressure that could force opposing offenses to rethink their entire game plan. The speculation extends beyond just individual performance. The potential for Reddick to influence the 49ers' defensive culture, mentor younger players, and provide a blueprint for relentless pursuit adds layers of intrigue. Every practice, every preseason scrimmage could become a test of quarterbacks' patience and offensive line coordination, elevating the stakes for every snap, especially when you consider that his presence alone can shift the psychological dynamics of a game. Reports suggest that Reddick's arrival might signal a larger strategic shift for the 49ers, who appear committed to building a defense capable of controlling games from the first whistle to the final seconds. With his reputation for reading plays before they develop, predicting quarterback movements, and exploiting weaknesses with precision, Reddick could become the centerpiece of a defense designed to strike fear into the hearts of even the most composed signal callers. Speculation among insiders hints at the idea that the coaching staff envisions him not merely as a traditional linebacker, but as a hybrid disruptor, someone capable of lining up in multiple positions, confusing offenses, and generating consistent chaos. This rumor alone has sparked countless debates among analysts, who imagine a league in which opposing coordinators must adjust protection schemes and pre-snap alignments every time Reddick is on the field. The idea that one player could influence so many facets of a game is tantalizing for fans and terrifying for opponents, creating endless possibilities for highlight reels, viral plays, and discussions about Reddick's potential impact on playoff scenarios. Imaginations are running wild, and while nothing is official beyond whispers, the prospect of him joining the 49ers has ignited conversations that range from tactical adjustments to psychological warfare, all centered around the simple notion that one extraordinary athlete could make quarterbacks second-guess every decision. Some insiders are even speculating that Reddick's presence might push the 49ers to experiment with unconventional defensive schemes, using his speed and instincts to create mismatches, disguise pressures, and sudden blitzes that could disrupt the rhythm of any offense. This level of speculation highlights the degree to which his rumored signing is not just about raw talent, but about the potential for innovation, creativity, and unpredictability within a defensive unit. Coaches are reportedly excited about the concept of leveraging Reddick's versatility to generate confusion, force hurried throws, and create turnovers that could swing momentum in dramatic ways. The narrative surrounding this potential acquisition paints a picture of a defense evolving into a nearly impenetrable force, one in which quarterbacks must constantly account for the possibility of a devastating play at any moment. Reddick's history of explosive plays, combined with the 49ers' willingness to adapt schematics to maximize his abilities, fuels speculation that this move could mark the beginning of a new defensive era, where unpredictability, speed, and intelligence converge. Fans are already theorizing about game-changing scenarios, imagining every down with Reddick lurking, ready to pounce, which amplifies the drama and excitement surrounding this rumor. The intrigue extends to fantasy football enthusiasts, analysts, and casual viewers, all captivated by the idea that a single player could introduce a level of intensity that fundamentally alters the dynamics of every game in which he participates. The speculation doesn't stop at defensive strategy. It also raises questions about the wider implications for team morale, leadership, and locker room dynamics. Reddick, known for his fiery personality and relentless work ethic, could inject a new level of intensity that motivates teammates to elevate their performance, while simultaneously challenging coaches to optimize rotations, assignments, and matchups. Rumors suggest that his approach to preparation, film study, and on-field communication could set a standard that forces every player around him to raise their level of play. Fans and commentators alike are envisioning how his integration might influence the team's culture, blending physical dominance with mental sharpness to create an aura of inevitability when facing the 49ers defense. In this speculative narrative, the fear factor generated by Reddick is just as important as the statistical production, emphasizing that perception, intimidation, and psychological pressure are integral components of his rumored impact. While nothing has been confirmed in official channels, the sheer volume of chatter, leaks, and insider whispers has fueled a growing narrative that positions Reddick not merely as a player, but as a transformative figure whose arrival could define an era for the 49ers. Every journalist, podcaster, and social media analyst seems eager to speculate, dissect, and anticipate how this signing, if true, might reverberate across the league. Analysts are also speculating that Reddick's potential presence could reshape how opponents draft and develop their offensive lines, quarterback protection schemes, and play-calling philosophies. The rumor alone suggests a ripple effect throughout the league, as coaches scramble to anticipate a new threat that might not yet exist officially. The idea is that a single dominant defensive player, when integrated effectively, can force a cascade of strategic adjustments across multiple franchises, influencing personnel decisions, coaching approaches, and even draft priorities. Fans have taken to forums, social media, and podcasts to debate hypothetical matchups, envisioning scenarios where Reddick's presence turns ordinary games into tense, edge-of-your-seat battles. Even casual viewers are caught up in the narrative, captivated by the drama and suspense created by the possibility of one player becoming the central axis of defensive dominance. In essence, this rumor has evolved into a spectacle of its own, blending sports analysis, imagination, and pure entertainment, while keeping audiences glued to speculation about the magnitude of Reddick's potential influence. Coaches and players may wait for confirmation, but the excitement and tension surrounding these discussions highlight how a single acquisition, real or rumored, could ignite the imagination of the football world. The final piece of speculation revolves around the long-term implications for the 49ers' defensive identity, playoff aspirations, and reputation across the league. Observers are theorizing that if Reddick joins the squad, the team may evolve into a unit renowned for its fearlessness, unpredictability, and ability to dominate games before they even begin. This narrative extends to potential storylines about rivalries, marquee matchups, and highlight reel moments that could define entire seasons. Analysts speculate that the psychological impact on opposing quarterbacks could be just as decisive as any physical statistics, creating situations where hesitancy, miscommunication, and forced errors become recurring elements in games against the 49ers. Fans and insiders are captivated by the drama and tension of imagining every snap with Reddick in the mix, as his mere presence could transform the way offenses think, plan, and execute. Even without official confirmation, the rumor itself has already shaped perceptions, discussions, and expectations, illustrating the power of speculation in sports narratives. The excitement surrounding this potential signing demonstrates how a single player can generate a multifaceted ripple effect, impacting tactical planning, psychological strategy, and fan engagement simultaneously. Every angle of analysis, from defensive schematics to quarterback preparation, becomes a stage for imagining the extraordinary influence that Haason Reddick could exert on the 49ers' defensive ambitions. The conversation surrounding Haason Reddick's rumored signing with the 49ers also naturally extends to the broader league context, where quarterbacks, offensive coordinators, and analysts alike must consider the potential nightmare scenario of facing a linebacker with his unique combination of speed, intelligence, and relentless aggression. Speculation suggests that Reddick's arrival could transform the 49ers into a defense-first powerhouse, a team whose reputation alone could influence game plans before the first snap even occurs. Rumors indicate that opposing teams may need to revise everything from their offensive line structures to their play-calling tempo, creating an atmosphere of constant uncertainty when facing a unit anchored by someone like Reddick. Analysts are theorizing that the psychological burden placed on quarterbacks could reach new levels, forcing them to make quicker, more cautious decisions under pressure, which could, in turn, lead to forced errors, turnovers, or stalled drives. The imagined scenarios are compelling. Defensive shifts, disguised blitzes, stunts designed to collapse the pocket, all choreographed around a player whose potential impact seems almost cinematic. Fans, analysts, and commentators are caught in a speculative frenzy, imagining every down, every matchup, and every potential highlight, as if Reddick's presence is already rewriting the playbook for quarterbacks across the league. Speculation also extends to the idea that Reddick could influence personnel decisions in ways that go far beyond his immediate role on the 49ers roster. If this rumor is true, other franchises might adjust their draft strategies, scouting priorities, and free agency plans to counteract a defensive threat that has the potential to dominate games on a weekly basis. Analysts are hypothesizing that the presence of Reddick might shift league-wide trends toward prioritizing versatility, speed, and play recognition among linebackers and edge rushers, as teams scramble to find athletes capable of neutralizing his impact. This ripple effect could manifest in everything from preseason matchups to playoff encounters, with opposing coordinators forced to innovate schemes and protections specifically designed to withstand the unique challenge posed by a player of his caliber. The speculation alone generates discussions that are as much about strategic adaptation as they are about performance metrics, blending tactical curiosity with the thrill of imagining a dominant defensive force shaping league trends. Even the casual fan can visualize how Reddick's presence might create chaos, leading to unpredictability, drama, and highlight-worthy moments that captivate audiences long before any official confirmation. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to 49ers Zone and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the San Francisco 49ers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Another aspect fueling speculation is the potential for Reddick to redefine the role of linebackers in modern defensive schemes. Rumors suggest that his speed, agility, and ability to read the quarterback could allow the 49ers to experiment with hybrid alignments, forcing offenses to constantly adapt to shifting threats. Analysts are envisioning innovative blitz packages, unpredictable positional rotations, and disguised coverage strategies designed to exploit Reddick's skill set, which could ultimately transform the defensive philosophy of the team. The speculation extends to game planning at the highest level, with coordinators across the league hypothetically reconsidering standard approaches to offensive timing, protection schemes, and route combinations. The mere possibility that one player could spark a tactical revolution adds layers of intrigue and drama to this rumor, elevating it beyond a simple acquisition and into the realm of strategic mythology. Fans are captivated by the narrative, envisioning Reddick as a disruptive force capable of shaping games, careers, and even seasons, all while operating as the focal point of a defense built for both spectacle and efficacy. Beyond tactics and strategy, the rumor raises questions about leadership and team dynamics. Reddick's reputed intensity, professionalism, and drive could have ripple effects in the locker room, motivating teammates, pushing coaches to optimize rotations, and influencing the development of younger players. Analysts are speculating that his work ethic could set a cultural standard within the 49ers organization, blending physical dominance with mental sharpness to create a formidable collective mindset. Fans imagine scenarios where Reddick's influence extends beyond the field, shaping practice habits, film study routines, and preparation strategies in ways that amplify the team's overall effectiveness. Even in the realm of speculation, The narrative positions him as a transformative figure whose presence alone could elevate performance levels, instill confidence, and intimidate opponents. The combination of physical skill, mental acuity, and locker room presence fuels endless discussions, podcasts, and social media debates, all centered around the idea that one extraordinary athlete could redefine expectations for the 49ers defensive unit. Speculation further intensifies when considering matchups against elite quarterbacks across the league. Analysts and fans alike are theorizing how Reddick's potential for creating chaos could alter the outcomes of high-stakes games, turning routine possessions into pressure-filled scenarios where split-second decisions dictate success or failure. The rumor envisions a future in which opposing signal callers are forced into uncomfortable positions, anticipating sudden pressure, disguised blitzes, or unexpected positional shifts designed to exploit weaknesses. The psychological warfare element becomes a central narrative, suggesting that Reddick's impact may extend well beyond measurable statistics, affecting confidence, decision-making, and momentum in critical moments. This layer of speculation adds a dramatic flair to discussions, capturing the imagination of viewers who enjoy blending tactical analysis with a cinematic vision of game-changing plays. Even without official confirmation, the excitement generated by these scenarios underscores how rumors alone can transform perception, fan engagement, and league-wide narratives, making Haason Reddick a figure whose potential impact is as much about anticipation as execution. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the San Francisco 49ers, make sure to subscribe to 49ers Zone and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.